Hey, so we are still here at the Constance Halaveli Resort for our honeymoon. And before we left, we wanted to give you a really good breakdown of our review of this resort since we've had a good 7 nights here at the resort. We've stayed in both the beach villa and now we're in the water villa. And so I've got 5 points that I'm kind of using to break this down. And we're gonna go through them individually to hopefully give you a really good idea of the overall value that we're finding for this property. And at the end of it all, would we stay here again? So stay tuned, we're getting into it now. So the first category is accommodation. So like I said, here you have a choice of staying in a beach villa or staying over the water in one of their overwater villas. For the first few nights of our trip, we stayed in a beach villa. We loved that because it was more secluded, we felt. There was a lot of foliage. We liked having our own pool and then our own kind of walkway to our section of the beach that was just for us. And then the bathroom in the back of the property was all outdoors and just beautiful. I don't think we could have asked for more. There was an outdoor tub, an outdoor shower, his and her sinks. It was beautiful.
It did seem like the beach villa was a little quieter. I don't know if that's just because it's on the eastern side of the island and the majority of the wind comes in from the west, so it's a lot windier over by the overwater villas. Yeah. So over at the beach villa, the water was calmer at the beach. In general, the weather was more relaxed, it felt like.
Yeah.
Plus, we just had better weather those 3 days that we were there.
Yeah. Once we moved over here to the water villa, unfortunately, it was just a coincidence that we had a few days of rain, but the past couple of days it's been sunny. I will say one of the perks I do like about the water villa, you are closer to the spa if that interests you, and you're closer to one of their specialty restaurants called Jing, which is their Asian fusion. One of the other things I liked about this is, if you really like to snorkel, this is your place to go because each one of these villas has its own ladder to get down into the water. So you can really just jump into the ocean right here from your back porch, and you don't have to go to a special section or get out into the beach to do that. So that was a lot of fun as well. One of the things that Jeff and I both love about this one is that in the toilet area and in the shower, you also have these windows that can open up. And so while you're taking a shower, you can look out into the water, you can feel the sea breeze hit you, you can see the fish swim by or some sharks. So that was really fun, and that's something we didn't get at the beach villas. Our second category is food and drink. So we have an all-inclusive package here. There's a few different tiers you can choose from, but because we were on our honeymoon and we didn't want to have to decide, we can't have that because it's not in our package or we have to pay extra for this, we just decided across the board we were going to do the all-inclusive and see how that fared out. Now, we do get breakfast, lunch, and dinner included with our all-inclusive, as well as a lot of alcoholic beverages that are on the menu. Now, they do have some alcoholic beverages that are on the menu that are not included. Most of those are the higher priced options. But I found that the menu was very easily laid out. There was a red check mark next to it if it was included, and there was no check mark if it wasn't. So it was very easy for us to determine what was included and what's not, so we didn't end up paying for something that we didn't know we needed to pay for.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner are served at the buffet. Mm-hmm. There are 2 other paid-for restaurants, but you have to make reservations for both of those. Mm-hmm. And for both of those paid restaurants, I think it's included in the all-inclusive package.
Yes, I believe the Jing, the Asian fusion, and Miru, which is their beach one, they're both included in the all-inclusive. You get to choose an appetizer, a main entree, and a dessert. Yeah.
And they have some things on the menu, though, that aren't included, but you get a discount if you have the all-inclusive package.
The food variety has been amazing. Overall, I would say I loved the food. I think Jeff and I really looked forward to going to our meals. Each night, the main buffet changes and has a theme. So one night it might be seafood. Again, we had Indian, Italian. Ooh, and if you're a wine lover, this would be a good place for you to go. I know that we were looking at the online wine listing and there were 90 something pages of all the wines that they have on offer here. So get one of the sommeliers at dinner or at lunch to get with you and tell them what kind of wines you're interested in, and they can give you a lot of selection. Our third category is amenities and activities. So obviously you can see we're in our snorkeling rash guards that we bought so we didn't get further sunburned. We went snorkeling earlier this morning. It was the first time for the both of us, and I think we had a really good time. So definitely check the link in the description below. I'm gonna put that video down there so you can see how our snorkeling trip fared out for two people who've never really been snorkeling in the ocean. Be sure to check that video out. They have their own reef here at Constance Halaveli. You could very easily just rent some snorkeling gear and go out here into the reef and snorkel all day, every day.
There are a lot of water activities, obviously. You can rent jet skis. You can go on a sunset cruise. We did one of those. You can do a sea exploration cruise where they go around the island and they teach you a lot about the island itself and a lot of the wildlife and nature out here.
Yeah.
They have a gym, which we did not use.
No.
But
well, we could have.
We did a lot of walking.
Yeah.
As you can walk around the whole island in about 15 minutes, maybe less than that.
Yeah. They have a tennis court if you want to play tennis, ping pong. They've got various those big chess boards where you can, I mean, you know, the chess pieces are this big and you can play with them out there.
Swimming pool, obviously.
Swimming pools. Most all of the villas, not all of them, but I believe most all of them have their own swimming pool. And then there's a public pool up here next to Jahaz. Paddle boards, kayaking, windsurfing, all kinds of things that you can get at the dive center. One of the other amenities is the spa, but the spa is out here in the water villas. It's very quiet, it's very ethereal. They do their very best to have everything calm.
They're very great at paying attention to your needs and whatever you need.
Yeah, which leads me into my fourth category, which is service. I think above all, the service to me has been the best thing about this resort. From the moment we got here, I think we felt like we kind of were the only two people here because people always know our names. Even people we've never met. We were walking home from dinner last night and he said, that guy just said, you know, hey Jeff, or whatever. Hey Mr. Hogg. And I don't think we've ever seen any of those three people since we've been here. But there's just that level of service. Everybody says hi to you when you pass by them. I feel like everybody here has done nothing but try to bend over backwards to accommodate you. Whatever you want, you can get it, or they'll figure out how to get it for you. If there's a problem, it's instantly fixed. But for us, it's just kind of that extra level of service that I don't think that you get at a lot of places. And I know we were talking about it a few nights ago, but for instance, we've stayed at some resorts, some bigger resorts, in some other locations, and we just kind of felt like a number, and we didn't really feel like people knew who we were and wanted to take care of us the way they have here. So all of this takes us into our fifth category, which is value. Something that you need to understand first about the Maldives is this is a chain of islands out in the middle of the Indian Ocean. That means that everything from the food that you're eating, the water you're drinking, goods and services, your staff have to be imported out here, whether it be on a ship or a plane. And so because of the isolation, that does up the cost of your stay.
There are definitely more expensive places out here, and there are cheaper places. I feel like Constance Halaveli is kind of in the middle. Personally, that's just, I think it's in the middle, but maybe on the upper middle.
Yeah.
Because there are some places that are ridiculously
very expensive. I felt like Constance Halaveli gave us the most options to really make this trip what we wanted it to be. But one of the things we loved about Constance Halaveli was that you could look at all of the options and pick the ones that worked right for you and the type of vacation that you're trying to have. Okay, so overall, would you say that we would come back and stay here again?
Yeah, I think so. And actually, that's kind of one of the things we didn't think we would ever be able to come back here, but we've already
Yeah.
talked about coming back to the Maldives, and it kind of makes it hard to decide on, do we want to try somewhere else just so we don't do the same thing over and over, or
Yeah.
do we come back here because we had such a good time?
We had
So
such a good time.
kind of makes that decision a little harder, but yeah, I would definitely stay here again, and I honestly might prefer the beach villa.
I really loved the beach villa. I loved it.
I like them both. They
Yeah.
both have great things. Neither one of them have anything negative about them. They're
No, yeah, that's the showstopper at the beach villa.
Yeah.
Is that outdoor bathroom.
just outdoor shower, outdoor tub.
Yeah. And then I think the showstoppers here obviously is the water. I mean, you can't get any more beautiful than the Maldives. But I like the inside of these because the ceilings are kind of shaped like their traditional Maldivian boat, the Doni boat. And then I really, really like being able to take the shower with the sea air because you can open those windows. I just loved that. But overall, I would say I really don't have any cons about Constance Halaveli at all. The accommodations here are wonderful, but the staff are what makes it. So go watch our tours, and then also, again, check the link below and watch our vlogs that we have from our honeymoon here. Tell us what you think. Do you think this would be a resort that you would come to? Have you actually stayed here or maybe at another Constance resort? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What are things that you look for in a resort? What one of these 5 categories is the most important to you? To me, I think it would be maybe accommodations or service. Comment below and tell me which one of these 5 categories means the most to you. Other than that, we are gonna go pack up because it's our last day. We're gonna get back on our seaplane and get back to the United States. So we will see you later. Bye.